Hey everyone, this is Leah Cook with Confident Companions, and today I want to go over step 1 of what I call do nothing training. So the first thing we need to go over is the function of step 1. So the function of step 1 is preventing your dog from doing anything about the stimulus by quickly helping him de-escalate. Applied behavioral analysis applies, of course, to humans and animals, and most people can understand a concept a little bit easier after they've heard a human example. So because of that, I'm going to use my husband to explain how step 1 can be used even on people. Let's say we're driving down the road, having a fine time, and then suddenly someone cuts him off in traffic. There's a small window of time just before that, or just after that event happens, but before he has an outburst, that I have an opportunity to do step 1. If I miss that moment, everyone is going to hear about that 3-second interaction until about 10:30 that night. But if I catch it just in time, I can help him recover faster and de-escalate so that we can go about our day. The same can be true for your dog. If we prevent the outburst, whether it's overexcitement, reactivity, or aggressive behavior, we can help our dogs recover faster. But if we miss that crucial moment, we may have a harder time helping them calm down so that they can make good choices. Next, we need to talk about the mechanics. Now that you know the function behind step 1, you need to understand how to implement the method. An overview of the steps are as follows. The dog perceives the stimulus, you mark the correct behavior, help the dog disengage, and then finally let go of the reward. So let's break that down just a little bit more. Your dog needs to perceive the stimulus. So that's going to be the first thing. So perception in the context of this training includes sight, sound, smell, or touch. Let's say you're walking in your neighborhood and your dog can't see the other dog behind the fence and they can't smell the other dog, and obviously they're not touching them, but they hear the jingle of their collar. Okay, so perception has happened. So as soon as that happens, the next thing is going to be using our marker signal. So as soon as your dog notices that stimulus, you need to use your verbal marker or a clicker to identify the specific moment in time that the correct behavior occurred. It's important that you mark just after they've noticed the stimulus because there isn't much time between noticing and acting for most dogs. By marking this moment, you are capitalizing on the absence of any unwanted behavior towards the stimulus. This is why I call this do nothing training, because all I want the dog to learn at first is that as soon as they notice something new or exciting, they don't need to do anything about it. The next step is luring and helping your dog disengage from the stimulus. So up to this point, your dog's noticed it, you've marked the correct behavior, and now what you need to do is put the cookie to your dog's nose and lure them back in line with your body. During this step, the lure is very important because your dog may feel magnetized to the stimulus. By using the lure, you are giving your dog every reason to look away. By helping your dog disengage, this interrupts their, possibly intense focus on the stimulus, which further helps prevent them from escalating. Finally, we have reward placement. So as soon as they've followed that lure back in line with your body, let go of the cookie and let them have it. By letting them have the reward very close to your body, you're teaching them a very reliable reward placement position. When we get to step 2, you'll see how all of this works together. And lastly, we need to talk about proper usage. So now that you understand the function and the mechanics of step 1, when do you need to be using it? So the situations you need to be looking for is if something in the environment suddenly changes or they perceive something that usually excites them in a good or a bad way, you're in a step 1 situation. Remember, step 1 is all about preventing your dog from acting on their impulses or doing anything about something that they see that's new or exciting in the environment. So if you see something that would usually make your dog feel the need to do something, you need to implement step 1 before they act on it. Next, we need to watch a video of how this actually is going to take place in real time. It's very fast. So if you need to do this several times or you feel like you're flailing, give yourself a little bit of grace. Your dog isn't going to learn this the first time they try it, and you aren't either. So let's watch the video just to see again all of these choices happen in real time.
Yes.
So what's going on in the background is there is a golden retriever approaching us from the steps at downtown Greenville. This is at the Falls Bridge. So we're going to watch that again. And as soon as my dog notices the stimulus, I am on that. Because this is a puppy. At this time, Mina was about 10 or 11 weeks old. I can't specifically remember, but she wasn't even 3 months old yet. So she's very excited about other dogs. She's had to work very hard on not being overly gregarious towards other dogs or people. And again, I want a dog that I can enjoy taking anywhere, anytime, and I know that that's a very important part of it. So let's watch that again.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, so that concludes the introduction to step 1 of do nothing training. I'm going to be uploading several more videos of dogs doing step 1 just so that you have more visual representations of what all of these steps look like in real time. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you'll be notified when we upload new videos and training tutorials. Thank you for watching.